Our team is really feeling the stress of taking on a project unrelated to their academic work. Alison and Jamie are taking a well-earned break off campus to try and recuperate. As the two most involved members of the commercialization process, it's not surprising that they'll end up moving the project forward without the input of Richard and Rafi, or that they'll realise they have more resources available to them than they thought.
What a week.
Yeah, I know. Marking exam papers is exhausting.
Thanks for your help, though. And also, I meant to say to you, really good at figuring out what some of the students are trying to say in their answers.
I actually quite enjoy it.
Oh, and also, thanks ever so much for everything you've done with trying to get this company started. You're the only one that's done any background research.
Yeah, well, I believe it's a huge opportunity. And I know Richard and Rajiv haven't done this before. But in our last company, we tried to figure out what the customer wanted so we could sell them something useful.
And how did you do that?
We asked them. Yeah, I know, crazy. I've spoken to some investors and they're always surprised that entrepreneurs don't speak to customers in advance.
I suppose that's true. I mean, I would always ask grant funding staff what kind of projects they were interested in before I write the proposal.
Exactly.
But I mean, what can we do? We can't exactly go to Bangladesh.
Well, no, I'm not sure that makes too much sense. I was thinking about speaking to a couple of aid agencies. My wife's actually done some charity work in Africa.
Actually, didn't Sam get involved in VSO or something in Southeast Asia?
Sam from our lab, Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
I think so. But, I mean, does that really count as customer research?
It's a start, I suppose. Well, she'd have a better idea than we do.
So we are just going to focus on the developing world option now, not the happy hikers market.
Well, frankly, as much as I think it would be easier, I don't really see it as being that attractive. I mean, it's a huge market, but there are a lot of products out there. And our goal was to be operating at scale and not at 2 or 3 litres at a time. So are we really going to get that ceramic system down to £5 per system and small enough for a long hike or camper?
Yeah, so we'll just focus on the strength of the technology, you mean?
Right. Our best system can do 1,000 litres a day. And that's far much more relevant to a couple of families or a village than some rich campers.
It's funny, so much of this research, opportunity process seems to be analytical. A lot like, the research in the laboratory, except we didn't have the right tools or the right instincts.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't see business as some secret society or abstruse science. I think it's more about learning the terminology and spotting the trends to be able to apply them.
Yeah, I remember my brother saying once, the only way to learn how to run a business is to run one.
Your brother runs a business?
Yeah, mechanical engineering.
Mechanical?
Yeah, engineering consultancy.
Well, could he take a look at our systems and see if he can figure out what our scale-up cost would be?
Well, scale up to more litres of water a day, you mean?
No, I mean, if we're going to produce 1,000 or 100,000 as opposed to one at a time, the more we produce, the more the cost comes down, but we need to have an idea of how far down.
I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, I'll ask him. He's on holiday until Monday.
It seems like everyone's on holiday apart from us.
Yeah, don't say that to my husband. He's already a bit cross about the fact that we probably won't get away for a while.
Well, if we speak to a couple of different people who know the customers better, we'd have a stronger foothold. And having the scale-up costs for the tech transfer office would be brilliant.
It's a good idea.
So, what happens if this doesn't work?
What do you mean?
We start the company, I go full-time, company fails. What do I do?
Oh, you come back to the lab, yeah?
And you can arrange that.
Well, I assume so. I will check it out.
Thanks.